Check out shares of Digital World Acquisition Corp. The SPAC soaring more than 350% after striking a deal to take former President Donald Trump's new media company public. The Trump Media and Technology Group plans to launch a social media app called Truth Social. The former president says he is launching the platform to, quote, stand up to the tyranny of big tech. Donald Trump has been banned by social media giants Twitter and Facebook since early this year after he was accused of inciting the January 6th Capitol riot. Karen, you've been digging into the details. You have a position. You had a position today. What's the status?
Yeah, I know that sounds shocking. So SPACs are sort of a somewhat misunderstood kind of entity, and the warrants that traded with this SPAC, to me, seemed ridiculously underpriced. I cannot understand why someone would not buy the warrant, which has an $11.50 strike price, at now it's trading up to $15, versus the stock, which is now $57, which is about $10 higher than before we started this show. And the combined entity isn't $1.8 billion, which is what the SPAC looks like. That's only the SPAC's portion. The combined entity is now like closer to $10 billion. So that's pretty great valuation out of something that doesn't quite exist yet. So I don't know what happened to make this thing just take off, but it is interesting. I do think that there is an audience for it. So this will be potentially a decent competitor. If I were Fox News, I'd be a little bit concerned. I don't know how he's going to be coming at Twitter, but there's sort of something there. To me, it was just a complete mispricing. I think people don't understand how the warrants work. It's kind of crazy, though, $10 billion out of nothing. We'll see what the business actually looks like. Nobody's seen it yet. We don't know. The prospectus isn't out yet, so nobody has any details.
And by the way, there's a Reddit component to all of this because this is one of the most mentioned tickers today on Wall Street Bets, even exceeding GameStop at one point, guys. So there are a lot of layers to this story on top of whether or not this could actually be a player in the social media space.
That is the story to me. This could be the meme stock we talk about now for the next few months without question. So as Karen mentioned, I think it has a 57 handle now. And again, knowing nothing whatsoever about the company. I mean, we've seen it enough times in other stocks to see what can happen when the masses get behind something. So I think you sell this. Again, I said at your own peril last night. We were talking about, or Wednesday night, about MicroStrategies. I'll say the same thing here. This could do very odd things over the next couple of weeks, so strap in.